plays games with Jay.
Okay. Did Gonta get into an accident in the virtual world? Accident? The accident that hurt Gonta. That was... accident. Oh no. Don't tell me. Oh no, okay. I thought it was like... I thought like, oh, is it like a he didn't realize he was murdering because the memory was switched or some shit, like some game glitch. Oh, okay. Never mind. Maybe it is this, and it's exactly when we logged into the virtual world, an avatar user error occurred.
Oh man, oh boo boo. Oh, I don't know. It's weird. Doctor Strange.
An avatar user error.
Doctor Strange?
Ever since Gonta logged out, he's been saying, "Multiverse of Madness." I don't know. I don't understand.
And that's because Gonta doesn't understand the virtual world, right?
That's what I thought at first, but I think it's because of the error. What you mean? If that error is what's affecting Gonta, and it's making him forgetful and loopy.
Monkey D. Luffy. King of the Pirates!
He's made of straw. Then what was the
He's
error?
made of bugs.
What could it have been?
Oh no, that's Buggy.
That's right.
Show the question? Unless you already know.
What
era did Gonta experience?
I was gonna say mixed chords, but I don't think that mixed I'm just gonna start doing vowels. Me nope. Mel.
You deserve this.
Sorry. Well, sometimes I just don't know with Hanging as a Gambit, I don't know what the exact wording is. I'm like, I know what the thing is. I'm guessing going to mix up the chords, but like.
So what happened to him?
There was an error. Memory something. Memory loss. Yeah, it's probably memory loss. See, but that's the thing. I would like before I jump ahead to like the reasoning. I would jump into like what led to like. I'd be like, oh yeah, the chords is what led to memory loss. My guess. There's no S in this quadrant here, so I gotta wait for them. S.
Is there not one up there?
Yes. Okay. I believe it's possible that Gonta doesn't remember what happened in the virtual world. Huh?
He doesn't remember?
You started saying, I don't know anything after leaving the virtual world. I think that's the result of some kind of memory error. You also started speaking in a really heavy British accent.
Yeah. Ooh, that's why he doesn't remember anything that happened in the virtual world. Not even killing Miu.
What?
That's ridiculous. Quit screwing around. Yeah, it's absolutely ridiculous. What do you mean he doesn't remember? He's just confused. Gonta told us he was bad with computers, remember?
Memory or no memory, Gonta never hurt anyone.
No way Gonta's the culprit. Gonta not culprit.
Gonta not culprit. Oh, which one is this again? Okay. Device instructions. Gonta want to keep everyone safe. Oh no. Nope.
You did it, but you don't remember doing it right.
Gonta's gentleman. Gonta protect friends.
Your lies aren't protecting anyone.
Gonta not lying.
Please believe.
Okay, so it's not that one.
So you're telling me Gonta doesn't remember a thing about the virtual world? Isn't he just confused? If there was a glitch, it should have affected all of us. But because we're all okay, that means there was no glitch.
Fuck.
Try again.
Okay. Woo. The cause of the error that affected Gonta's avatar is the 2 cores on the helmet used to log into the virtual world.
Red in the right and blue on the left. Don't mix it up or you'll lose your mind.
I think that Gonta messed up something with the cores, causing the error.
If you mix the consciousness and memory cores, then there'd be an error with memory. Like an error that won't let you bring your avatar's memories to the real world. What?
Gonta, do you think it's possible that you improperly connected the cords? Huh? How Gonta's supposed to remember that?
He couldn't have messed it up. I said it over and over. Right is the hand you hold your chopsticks in.
Oh, but Gonta holds chopsticks with this hand.
That's your left hand.
What?
Looks like it's decided. What's decided? He's wrong, isn't he, Gonta? You remember the virtual world, don't you?
Gonta not remember. Gonta not even go to this virtual world place.
What?
Gonta fall asleep when he put helmet on. When Gonta wake up, Miyu dead. Gonta not know what happened. So, Gonta worry. Gonta not understand what everyone talking about.
No, it can't be.
But Gonta try his best to understand. Gonta imagine real hard.
That's enough, Gonta. We already know.
No what?
We know that you totally forgot about teaming up with me and killing Miyu.
Wait a minute. That lie. Gonta not kill Miyu. Cause why would Gonta do that?
Yeah, it's a lie. I'll never accept this. And besides, Gonta's got no motive to kill Miyu. I already gave you my testimony on how I came up with the murder plan. And I'm saying I don't believe you.
Kokichi, if what you're saying is true, why did you plan it this way? You wanted to plan the murder yourself, but have someone else carry it out? Is the person who planned it also included as a black-in with the perpetrator?
Nope. Only the person who actually commits the murder becomes the black end.
Then there's no incentive to just plan the murder. But Gonta's such a gentle soul. Why would he agree to this?
Hold on, that hasn't been decided yet. Who cares about the motive? Let's vote for the culprit already. I care about the motive. Well, I don't care. Finding the culprit is more important in this class trial. Talking about the motive is meaningless. It's not necessary for this specific case. No matter what you say, I'll never believe your lies. We all agree that Gonta is the culprit, right? It would be impossible for anyone but him. Impossible? Why? It's pretty obvious if you use the process of elimination. Which means, Shuichi, you'll be my partner, right?
Me?
Because if you don't face the truth, then we'll all die, right? And you don't want that, do you? Okay, let's begin. Quit screwing around. I'm not putting up with your selfish bullshit.
Kaito, we should listen to his explanation. Our lives depend on it.
So, we can now take Keyboy, Himiko, and Maki off the suspect list. Shuichi, would you care to explain? I doubt they'll believe it if it came from me.
The reason Kibo, Himiko, and Maki can be eliminated as suspects is because... they couldn't get to the crime scene, could they?
The bridge from the chapel to the mansion was gone, and only Miu could pass through the wall. The three at the chapel had no way to get to the mansion, so they couldn't have done it. Kaito is the next one off our suspect list, and you know why, right?
Kaito had logged out ahead of us.
Miu logged Kaito out from the start. But she did that to make us think the murder happened in the real world, right? Since we figured out the actual killing happened in the virtual world, it would have been impossible for Kaito, who had already logged out. Miu's time of death was around 6:30 in the morning. That's after Kaito logged out. Kokichi's completely running the show now. My synergy with Shuichi is super on point now, so let's move on to the remaining suspects. Gonta, Tsumugi, Shuichi, and me. Tsumugi and Shuichi can be crossed off. What's the reason for that?
We didn't go to the roof? Oh, wait, no.
They did go to the roof.
That's right. Okay. We have solid alibis?
Yeah, they were together.
Yeah, okay. Tsumugi and I are witnesses to each other's alibis.
Both of you heard Miu hitting the chapel wall, right? The culprit was definitely on the roof during that time since they slid Miu down. Because of that, Shuichi and Tsumugi can't be the culprit. That leaves only Gonta and me as the remaining suspects. Then you're the culprit! But sorry for getting your hopes up, but didn't I already explain that's impossible?
If Miu touched him, he'd freeze in place. Kokichi wasn't capable of strangling her.
So then it's down to one person, and who was that again? Well, who is it? Don't answer, Shuichi. You don't need to answer that. This is all Kokichi's trap.
There's only one suspect left. Only one person could have done this. Oh, this sucks. It's Gonta.
Shuichi? Yup, Gonta is the only person who could have committed the murder. You get it now, right? That's the truth we were all reaching for. The thing you guys wanted so badly, a truth without any lies. Miu Iruma's killer is Gonta Gokuhara.
Really? Did Gonta really do it?
Jeez, is that really your reaction? It would have been fun if you went all crazy. But you forgot everything, so, oh well. A culprit who can't remember their murder is pretty interesting, so better than nothing.
Actually, I think it's pretty boring, but okay.
If Gonta remembered, his cover would have been blown so fast, especially since he's an idiot. Hold on. I still haven't accepted this. This has got to be Kokichi's trap. I still believe in Gonta. He's not the kind of person who'd kill.
Kaito.
I already said this a million times, Kaito. You shouldn't use emotions to... You want proof? I've got your proof.
Huh?
After Tsumugi and Shuichi heard Kibo's voice in the mansion, they ran outside. And who did they see out there?
That is true. Right, and okay.
Going to not see him. They're now going to not see him.
Gonta.
Kokichi said it himself. When Miu's avatar crashed into the chapel wall, the culprit must have been on the roof. I see. If Gonta's the culprit, it'd be weird if he wasn't on the roof.
It's possible that he fled the mansion after he heard the impact. He'd have to go through the entrance hall to get outside of the mansion from the roof. Is that where Shuichi and Tsumugi ran to when they heard the crashing sound?
Then maybe he jumped off the roof? That's not possible. That rooftop was pretty high up. Normally Gonta could have done it, but his avatar wasn't strong enough. How about that? Now you get it, right? If Gonta was the culprit, there's no way he could have been outside the mansion. Now you can't say Gonta's the culprit. Congrats, Gonta.
What? Really? It would have been so nice if that were the truth. If Kaito were right and this horrible trial would just end. But no, that's wrong.
What?
Just because Gonta was at the mansion doesn't mean that he isn't the culprit. All the culprit needed was a way to get from the roof to outside the mansion. Huh?
Looks like Shuichi got it. I'll leave the rest to him.
Kaito, I know how you feel. I know because we all feel it. But we have to face the truth. No matter how cruel that truth may be, we need to face it to survive.
Whose side are you on, Shuichi?
Kaito, please.
Aren't you my sidekick? Was that just a lie?
Kaito.
Fine then. I'll tear that sorry reasoning of yours apart and wake you up.
I can't doubt my detective work now. If I want all of us all to survive, I can't back down.
I'll never accept this. Don't you know Gonta at all? Gonta's not the kind of guy who'd kill someone. Don't you know that about him by now? I'll never accept this! Don't you know Gonta at all? Why don't you believe Gonta?
The holds are...
Why aren't you listening to Kokichi? He's a bitch. Aren't you... This is my sidekick, man? Wake up, Shuichi. Come on, Gonta is a cool guy. And Kokichi's a little shithead.
I mean, true.
Aren't you my sidekick, man? Kokichi's a bitch.
It's taking forever.
Why won't you believe Gonta, man?
It's cool seeing everyone's like outfits in this, like...
Yeah, the breaking the outfits.
Yeah.
Yeah, these always last like too long for what they are. What Kokichi has done to us. Remember how Gonta always tried to show us bugs? We love him. You still want to accuse Gonta, you dummy? You're talking about come on, Gonta, there's no. Who do you want? There's no way to leave the mansion from the rooftop.
Yeah. Toilet paper. Yeah, just like I... Oh. The toilet paper we found outside the mansion. That's what the culprit used to get from the roof to the ground.
Toilet paper?
The same toilet paper that was used as a murder weapon. That's why we didn't find it anywhere else. Not at the scene of the crime, nor on Miyu's body. It was outside the mansion.
Hold on. If they use the toilet paper as a rope to get down from the roof, then they need to tie it to something, but there's nothing to tie it to. I know because I investigated the roof. You're stubborn, Kaito. You're still going on about this? Of course I am. And I'm going to believe Gonta to the very end.
No, there was something that the toilet paper could have been tied to.
What?
The binoculars on the rooftop. Toilet paper could have been tied there. However, I don't think the culprit actually tied it down there. They just hung it. And then used the doubled up toilet paper to climb down. But in that case, they would have had to tug on it in order to take it down.
Yep, that's correct. Because I came up with that idea.
Really?
But I thought I told Gonta to put the toilet paper back in the bathroom. Oh, I guess he ran into someone on the way and then threw it somewhere close by. Like, throw it the other way, man, like on the snow.
Yeah, like...
Looks like Kaito's morale is shot, so this whole thing is done now.
The matter does appear to be settled.
That's it.
So, it's true. Gonta really killed Miyu.
But I'm the one who came up with the plan. Anyway, just admit your crime, Gonta. Even though you don't remember, you still did it.
But why did Gonta do such terrible thing?
Oh, wait, before you start crying, you gotta admit your crime first.
Stop. I won't let you, Kokichi. If anyone's going to get him to confess, it's me. Gonta, I'm going to look back at the whole case one more time, okay? When you're convinced, you just let me know, alright? Let's end this together. Okay. Okay. We have the first thing, we mapped the virtual world. The question is, what color? Well, we don't have that. Okay. What did Miyu bring? We don't have that. What was posted? Cell phone. Map the virtual world. Okay. What did Miyu do when the others left for the mansion? Oh wait, bottle poison. We do have that. Okay. Who was investing? We don't have any of these people. What object did Miyu use when she got to the mansion? Cell phone. Who was locked out against her will? Whoops. Kaito. These little drawings are really cute.
The little chibis.
Yeah, whoops. Oh, the weapon that Miyu brought, my bad. Okay, to move the body. So what do we got? Through the signboard into the river, Snuggles and a hammer.
Should everything else now?
Shuichi? That's from the beginning. The culprit looking for the secret world. Gonta was...
Of Alex Mack.
Gonta was outside. Smoogie was in the dining hall. Kaito was outside. And then, Cord.
You did it! Oh, the bathroom.
Act 1. The case began last night. After being convinced by Miu, we all logged into the virtual world. To log in, you have to plug the memory and consciousness cords into the device. So we all plugged those cords into our helmets and entered the virtual world. But the culprit had accidentally plugged their cords into the wrong ports. You know, now that someone's in the bathroom, I'm just gonna say, hope you guys are enjoying the channel. Hope you guys are enjoying the game. I've never done anything like this before, so I don't know. It hasn't been a full year, but it's nice. Anyway, SungWon's back. Because of this, a connection error occurred between the culprit's brain and their avatar. As a result, the culprit would forget everything that happened in the virtual world. It's possible that this had an effect on their avatar's personality as well. Because I can't believe that someone so kind could commit murder. But we had no idea this error even happened, and so we all logged in one by one.
Hurrah. Hurrah.
Meanwhile, Miu was the last to log in. Yeah. She had modified the killing game simulator so she could accomplish a specific goal. After Miu confirmed we were all logged in, she took out the bottle of poison and placed in Kokichi's seat. Also just sacked him in the nuts. This was done to make it look like Kokichi was killed by poison when we returned.
It's funny that she chose him, like, fuck this kid.
Yeah. Yes, the reason Miu modified the simulator and brought us to the virtual world was to kill Kokichi in the virtual world but make it look like he had died in the real world. After we all logged in, and Miu explained the world to us. Use the salon phone to log out, objects are unbreakable, your avatar uses all 5 senses. She also explained the map of the virtual world and the mansion's entrance hall. But her explanation was intentionally false. She wanted us to misunderstand the world. However, one of us was able to see through her scheme. The very person Miu was trying to kill, Kokichi. Kokichi was going to use Miu's plan against her and plot her murder. But Kokichi wouldn't do it himself. He used a patsy to be the culprit in this case. But Kokichi was tight-lipped about the motive, so I don't know why the culprit agreed. But it seems as though right after logging in, when Kokichi and the culprit went outside, they were already working together to execute the murder. Eventually, we met up with Kokichi and crossed the river to the chapel. Miu had to split up to try to find some secret of the outside world. Kaito, Kokichi, Gonta, Tsumugi, and I investigated the mansion, while Maki, Himiko, Kibo, and Miu investigated the chapel. Splitting us up was also part of Miu's plan. At the chapel, Miu told Maki she was going to look around outside. She's chased after our group while we were heading toward the mansion.
This fucking Kirby.
Yeah.
Miu is a shithead.
Once she made sure we were across, she dropped the bridge into the river. This was to trick us into thinking that the river separated the mansion and chapel. At the time, we thought nothing of it. It was just another one of Miu's pranks. That's why we continued with the original plan to find a secret of the outside world. We went to the mansion and split up to look for clues. Kokichi searched the salon. Kaito searched the roof. Tsumugi searched the dining room. And I searched the kitchen. And finally, the culprit searched outside the mansion. Around that time, Miu was headed for the wall that was on the side of the chapel. She passed through the wall and headed for the mansion to kill Kokichi. You see, the wall was a special wall that Miu had added herself. This wall was programmed so that only objects could pass through. And Miu had changed her avatar setting from human to object. That was the hidden route she prepared for herself. She set up a wall that only she could pass through.
That was the thing she set up for herself.
Miu headed toward the mansion, but she was seen by Tsumugi on the way. When she entered the mansion, she pulled out her cell phone. She didn't tell us that there was another way to log out. Click. Then she spoke a name into the phone, which forced that person to log out. Kaito was on the roof at the time, painlessly. The same roof where Kokichi and Miu were going to meet. By having Kaito search the roof and then forcing him to log out, she was making him look the most suspicious, but her plan didn't go smoothly. Kokichi was waiting on the roof with the culprit and then toilet paper used to kill Miu. Man, this is long. While Miu was distracted by Kokichi, the culprit snuck up from behind.
What a way to go. Toilet paper strangulation.
Yeah, for real. And used the toilet paper from the mansion's bathroom to strangle Miu. This was only possible because objects in the virtual world are unbreakable. Miu's avatar was strangled to death, and the shock killed Miu in the real world. After the murder, Kokichi left to clean up to the culprit and left the roof. He probably returned to the salon as soon as he could to avoid drawing suspicion. The culprit then took the lattice from the storage room and placed Miu's body on top, along with a hammer and cell phone. The culprit heaved the lettuce over the railing and forcefully slid it down the roof slope. It's so funny.
And
with the body on top of it, the lattice became a makeshift sled and flew off the roof.
here it comes.
It went through the wall that only objects can pass through before crashing into the chapel. That was the crashing sound that Kibo heard in the chapel, and we heard it in the mansion. Miu's wall hid the fact that the mansion and chapel were actually right next to each other. That's why Tsumugi and I were able to hear the crash in the mansion. As the final step, the culprit had to then get off the roof. Because we were at the mansion, they couldn't take the stairs or they'd be seen. So they used the toilet paper again to escape from the rooftop. They hung the toilet paper from the binoculars on the roof and used it like a rope to climb down. Once the culprit was safely on the ground, they pulled at the toilet paper to retrieve it. They would have had to return to the bathroom, but they ran into us as we were leaving the mansion. In the panic, the culprit tossed the toilet paper somewhere nearby. Without that one little mistake, we might have never solved this case because the culprit doesn't remember. The little cute drawings. This is the truth you've forgotten. Gonta Gokuhara, the ultimate entomologist. Should we call here or?
Yeah. We'll do another one after this.
Gonta, this is the truth we've
And
reached.
the end of the episode that we've also reached.